And welcome back. You're still watching Daybreak with us and our guest food writer Rian Farisa.
Yes.
So just now we spoke about street foods, right? And now we're gonna move on to something
restaurant, something
high end,
fancy.
And you always there has to be a balance. There's a balance with eating, food on the side, and then you have to eat something in even expensive places as well, right? Now, how was your experience though? You met up with Massimo Bottura at Hotel Mulia Senayan, which you mentioned he's the #1 chef in the whole world right now.
Yes.
How was your experience though?
Well, it was particularly mind-blowing. He's again, I love meeting with a very passionate chef, very passionate cook, very passionate restaurateur. So Massimo Bottura in particular is very passionate. He's very creative. He has this. He's very driven in making something, very perfectionist also, and I think his reputation speaks for itself. Because that one-time experience at Hotel Mulia, because it's a very rare occasion for him to come here, and then he presented us with several courses, which are also his signature dishes in Osteria Francescana in Modena, Italy, and also if some of you probably have seen the TV series Chef's Table.
Yes,
it's from Netflix. He's the first episode in the season 1.
I've seen him before.
You've definitely seen him before. Probably one of the iconic dishes that featured in Chef's Table is the oops, I dropped the lemon cake. So it's
what is this?
And if we look at this, what is this, right? Is this spaghetti
bolognese?
Bolognese steak on pasta. This is the guy. He's very.
This is Massimo.
This is Massimo Bottura.
And you said he mentioned before that he's the #1 chef in the world now.
According to San Pellegrino, top 50 chef. They have the annual award top 50 restaurant, top 50 chef, Asia's top 50. He is currently the #1.
So there's a saying like the Michelin, right?
That's actually different.
Oh,
Michelin is more of it's actually particularly a guide also, but it came from different company. Michelin is from the Michelin company, and then this one from San Pellegrino. It's quite similar, but I think they emphasize more on awarding the chefs as well. So there are top 50 in the world right now. Even he's beating some of the champions from Spain, and also the famous one from Denmark, René Redzepi, and he recently reached #1.
And how's his response to the people of Indonesia with his cooking?
While it is a very limited event, so I think
only how many people?
I think he only did 2 or 3 dinner service only. So probably it consists on only tens of people coming in. It was priced for around $400 US.
That's not bad, It's affordable for me. For $100 US, it's okay. I know.
But
next week.
It was a mind-blowing experience. So because probably if you ever been to a fancy fine dining restaurant anywhere, and this is more than that.
Usually they have a 9-course meal, 7-course meal, 5-course meal. Which one did you?
I actually tried the 5 courses.
And that was for 400.
No, the full course.
Oh, the full course.
Probably around 9 courses, if I'm not mistaken. That's around $400. So, it's a complete experience from appetizers until the dessert.
Right.
Next, we're moving on to celebrity chefs restaurants
in Marina Bay Sands. There are a lot of them. You've been there, right?
Yes, I've been there several times. Actually, my first time was when it is for a media trip. This is probably the first time. That was in 2012. The first time, I suppose, when bloggers and mainstream media are going together for a media trip. So I think it's the beginning of the new appreciation for the food blogging movement. And then we visited several places in Marina Bay Sands. It's famous for its celebrity chef restaurant. They have Daniel Boulou there. They have Wolfgang Puck. Even now they have Gordon Ramsay's restaurant there. So
I've always been a fan.
Gordon
Ramsay.
I was lucky to be able to visit some of the places there and try the food. And
how was it? What do you think about the food?
Yeah, I particularly like the Daniel Boulou's, the DB Bistro. It's a modern take of French and casual food as well.
Okay.
And also there's this another Mozza. It's also an Italian restaurant.
Right.
And we had several courses of Italian dishes. They're also a very casual lunch back then.
Right.
And then on top of on the building, on the 57th floor, Singapore's own celebrity chef Justin Quek also opened his Sky on 57.
Wow.
Yeah. Tried that. So yeah,
must
also
be a great experience, trying all these kind of different
food.
It's I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I like your job. I might be moving his job.
You'll take over his job?
Yes, please, okay. You can interview me later on next week.
Of course.
Yeah. But his experience.
Yeah,
all right, now
definitely.
we move on to Will Merrick.
Yeah.
He's also very well known, right?
Yes,
Will Merrick and his restaurant.
Yes.
And does he have restaurants in Asia?
Yes, actually he's now really big with his restaurant business. He's also from a very, there's a lot of hardship and creativity behind him, and then he's probably among very few foreign chef who is very passionate about Asian food, Southeast Asian in that aspect. So we know his restaurants like Sarong in Seminyak, Mamasan. Mamasan even opens also in KL and Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken. And then
these are all Asian foods.
Southeast Asian food.
Southeast Asian.
Yeah, and then we have also ENO in Jakarta. Yeah, we all definitely love the food because it's
he's a chef there.
He's actually more of a chef owner. He's traveling around his restaurant for the business, and probably now they're getting more than ever. But whenever he's around, I would say hi to the inside the kitchen and then ask him to make something. Yeah, very nice.
ENO is pretty close to where we are right now. It's in Jakarta and still
in Kuningan.
In Kuningan itself. Now, can you recommend us, your most recommended dish? Give it a try, Togi, on you.
Yeah.
I've actually never been there. I haven't been there for some time, but it's basically you can try everything because I couldn't, with Will Merrick's cooking all these dishes, I couldn't actually have the heart to choose one of the best because everything's good.
Everything is good, yeah.
From appetizer to dessert.
So we buy everything.
Okay.
Everything on Togi.
For sure,
Nine round meal, that's on me, man. That's on me. Next, we move on to Sea Steaks and Seafood Restaurant.
Yes.
I've actually been to this restaurant.
Yes.
Their steak is huge. I think it takes about 5 people to finish one. I could not finish one, for sure.
Well, this has a lot of meaning in the development of my, writing career about food because it probably was the first restaurant that I tried years ago, and it kind of, give me the benchmark on what a fine dining should be. Of course, it has Seas has a very fresh seafood, and I'm particularly in love with the oysters, the raw oysters. And then you should try one time for the Sunday brunch.
Not a lot of Indonesian like oysters. How do you enjoy them?
Actually, I try to, being a food writer, being a food blogger. If you are exposed, if you are encountering a new kind of food. It's a matter of bravery whether you want to take it or not.
I do agree.
But actually, if you try it and then you're going to kind of like it in time, like spicy food for me.
Right.
Because
first you don't like it, then
at the end of the day, you kind of enjoy it from time to time, right? So raw oysters is if you have it very fresh, it's very good.
But you gotta mix it with lemon, right?
How would you know if it's fresh or not fresh? Can you tell?
Is there a smell?
Actually, if it's very very fresh, if it's just shucked freshly, you can see that it has a small I'm not sure, tentacle or something. So if you scratch it a bit, it will still move.
Okay.
And that's alive.
Oh.
So you're saying that you're eating some
Something alive.
Yeah, some alive.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is kind of
That's more like bizarre food moments. But a lot of people like oysters.
Yeah.
A bit of lemon, a bit
That's
of
why I
pepper.
feel like, how do you enjoy them? Maybe you can give me tips, but his tips didn't work on me.
Now he's not gonna
But that's
try
to prove
it.
that it's fresh.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. And where is this?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is nearby Lotte Shopping Avenue. It's in the apartment next door.
Okay.
It's also quite recent. It's been in Jakarta for a few months, but it's a very famous franchise from US. From many decades ago. The nearest one a few years ago is probably in Singapore, but now Jakarta has it.
All right.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, I have to say that it sets a new standard on steakhouse in Jakarta as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, all the steakhouses we know, from the cheapest one, from the expensive one, I think Ruth's Chris nailed it at the top because they're not only bringing good ingredients and also good quality food. Yeah, so definitely good meat. Yeah, it's very precise with the temperature. It has a very nice other side
Packaging
dishes. Yeah, packaging.
We look at right here. This is just interesting.
Just a salad and then the shrimp.
Anything particular interesting about this dish?
Nah, this one. The steak itself.
Yeah.
Look at how red it is, right?
Wow.
It's medium rare, and it is served on a hot plate.
Okay.
It's very hot, so you must be careful not touch it when they serve it.
All right.
But if you cut it open, as you can see, it's still red.
When you look at that,
It
so
melts in your mouth.
It melts in my mouth.
You prefer a medium rare when it comes to steak,
Yes.
or well done?
A medium rare.
Medium rare. Why?
Yeah.
Medium rare.
Yeah, because with food, you need to know the standard on, not actually the standard, but how to optimally at its best quality.
Okay.
For instance, steak at its best quality is at medium rare or medium, where you can still enjoy the juiciness in it. You can still enjoy the tenderness in it. But with well done, usually all you get is already
hard.
Yeah, it's already hard.
Chewy,
Yeah.
Okay, well, very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Rian
so
Farisa.
Thank you for
much. I think
having
we're
me
gonna
again.
Visit, but we're gonna
Good
start off
luck.
with the street food.
Yes, and good luck with the for tasting, or hopefully I can join you next time.
Definitely. You
Maybe
should,
one day you might be a chef. You never know.
Yeah, why not?
Huh?
A chef of my home. Yeah,
Yeah,
why not? A home
you
cook.
go.
Invite us, okay?
Definitely,
All right.
definitely. We
Thank
should
you
be in
so
touch. Thank you so
much.
much, Tasha. Thank you so much, Kogi, for
Thank
having
you
me.
very much.
Okay,
Good luck.
bye.